People have wanted to paint the things that they see and the things that are around them as far back as time goes. And these paintings that you see above were painted in the caves of Lascaux before even Jesus was alive. So a very, very long time ago. But if you skip forward several thousand years, then you would come here at Albert Dürer, and he has painted a rabbit. And it's starting to look very realistic, and they're doing an amazing job of making it look interesting. But if you skip forward even further, you come to this painting of a horse painted by George Stubbs in 1762. Now, today, artists can paint things that look completely realistic as a photograph. And this is called hyperrealism. The painting that you see here, Emma Taggart painted here in the 2000s, and it is a hyperrealistic painting, but she has painted it in an interesting way. You wouldn't actually see this in life, these animals stack up like this. However, she has painted it, the animals looking real, just in an interesting way. We're going to be doing the same thing. We're going to be taking animals, just like these artists did, and we're going to paint them in an interesting way. What we're going to do now is we're going to take an image of an animal's eye and we're going to put it up to the glass. Then we will put another piece of paper on top of that image. And this is going to act like a light box, allowing us to trace the image onto our paper. I don't want you to always trace things. However, when we're starting out, it can really help us learn how to break things down. And then it'll also give us confidence that we can draw these things. It can teach us we can start from nothing and create something. So tracing sometimes is okay. And we're going to trace today. And then what the real struggle is going to be is learning how to use those oil pastels to color this image and color it in a way that looks interesting to the eye. So I hope you're excited about this, and let's get started. You can see here that I'm cleaning off my oil pastels on the scrap piece of paper. Sometimes the oil pastels get dirty and we're just going to rub them off onto another sheet of paper just like this. You can see that whenever I color, I'm coloring with a direction in mind. I'm looking at my picture and I'm seeing which direction each of those marks flow. So you can see that I'm kind of going around the eye. Once I get to the feathers, you can now see that all of my strokes need to go in the direction of the feather. So these green strokes are all going in one direction and they're all kind of folded over just like I see in the real picture of the parrot. When I end up at the end, I'm going to make those feathers kind of fluff a little bit. You'll see that in just a second. You can see now I'm softening the edge of the feathers with another color. Our feathers aren't just one color, so I'm using some yellows, some whites to soften this edge, and then I'm going back in with those feathers with some yellows. I'll also use white and a darker green as well, because I can see in these feathers, they're not all just one color. Part of it might be a light green, and part of it might be a dark green. I can see the top of it is a little bluish, and so I'll add some blue at the top in just a second. Even the reds, I'm also going to go back in with another color. I'm not just going to put down one color and leave it that way. I'm going to put down this red, and then I'm going to also add an orange and a yellow and also another red to these reds to make them have dimension and to give them a little bit more realistic look to them than just a flat red.